I assume that means you guys have played a lot of shows.
Yeah, we've played a lot of shows.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Best and worst.
Best and worst, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
We played some bad ones. We played some good ones.
What's the worst? What's the worst?
It's hard to say.
And like describe it. Please describe it in excruciating detail.
I feel
everything.
Excruciating detail. Oh, okay.
Was it the shits one in
for me, it's that.
We all had
it's that
shits.
one.
Oh yeah,
For me, it's that one.
Where do we go? We went to this fucking place in Hamilton. We played at Cork.
Remember Matt Groupie?
Oh yeah, shout out Matt Groupie.
Shout out Matt Groupie.
Yeah, we all know Matt Groupie. Matt Groupie knows everything. That's what it is.
So Matt Groupie basically.
You gotta talk into the mic.
Yeah. Well, tell the story then, man.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I don't think it can pick you up. Like,
Yeah. So Matt Groupie basically led us to this roast beef restaurant where we had like cheap roast beef sandwiches, and they're good, but like we were fucked the day after.
Are we shouting out to Matt Groupie right now?
Yeah, shout out to Matt Groupie. I was in a band with him, and thanks for giving us the shits. And yeah, good luck to you, bud.
But was that a bad gig? Like, we just had the shits. Like,
I mean,
did you play
on
well?
Stage, I felt like I was gonna shit my pants, and I think all of us said we were gonna shit our pants.
You know
on
what?
stage.
we thought we played.
definitely, I think personally, me like.
Did you guys actually shit on stage?
No,
Come on.
no shitting on stage.
I think
like
to
a
answer
little
your
bit?
question, it's different. Like 3 out of 4 of us could have like a stellar gig, and then I'll be like, I forget how to play guitar, and this happened 2 shows ago. Like our first show back, I broke a string halfway through, and like I forgot like how do you act in a situation like this, because it's been over a year. Ended up having to switch my guitar halfway through a song. Shit like that happens, but I think, you know, like these fellas are, you know, solid enough and tight enough that like if one of us falls off the side of the boat, they pull you right back in, and that's our connection, you know.
They're all good gigs.
Well, yeah, no, we've played shit gigs. We play, every band's played to like the back window of a bar, and you know we've been discouraged halfway through sets, or like we've played songs that are like, oh, this isn't, no one's digging this, like we're not even digging
When
this.
you look out and everybody's checking their phone, you know you've lost.
Yeah,
them, like,
that's the way it goes. But
Yeah.
ultimately, every gig is a learning experience. So bad or good, we're taking something from it, and yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So all right. Parable of the Sea Dogs. So
Oh yeah.
So I'm a history nerd, so I looked up the Sea Dogs, and they're an actual thing. Is it about the actual Sea Dogs?
No, you'll have to tell me what that's all about.
Well, what's the song about, and then I'll tell you what the Sea Dogs are about.
Okay. I guess these guys go to sea, and what's that fucking Jesus Christ. Okay, there was this shipwreck called the USS Indianapolis, and literally a week before it went down, it had the 2 nukes from the bombings in Japan aboard. Anyway,
Interesting.
a week or so later, goes down, and over the course of like 3 days, which doesn't sound like a very long time, the ship sunk, and everyone aboard was cast out to sea, whoever didn't die, and they were like floating, and there were sharks in the fucking water, but these guys
I think I heard
like
about this, yeah.
experienced some insane like mental like psychosis just over the course of 3 days, because the people are being dragged down left and right beside them. So it's it's kind of like the monsters you face at sea, or when you're cast away somewhere and left out to dry, you become a monster, and it's kind of where that came from. If that explained that at all,
No, it does.
like, I don't know.
It does.
But yeah, I mean, everyone's capable of going dark, you know.
Yeah.
And
It's the circumstances that make it, right?
Something happens to you out there in the sea, come back with a monster, whatever. I don't know.
You're a fucking terrific writer, man. You did a really good job on that song.
Thanks.
And Aliens.
Thank you.
Lyrics are so
You
good.
too. You're a good writer as well. Thanks.
Hug it out, guys. Hug it out.
Let's go. These guys are just gonna, you know.
So, do you want to know who the actual Sea Dogs were?
Yeah, I'd like to know.
Okay, so this is back in like the 14th, 15th century, the English and the Spanish were at war because they had just discovered the New World, and they were trying to colonize it as fast as possible. So they each had their own armada, and the Sea Dogs were basically these pirates that were hired by the Queen to fuck with the Spanish.
Cool.
And then at the very end of it, this is where it gets interesting. After the war is over, the Queen realized that she'd spent too much money and it hadn't worked out for her, so she cut them loose and made them criminals. They turned into the pirates that turned the Caribbean into a free state, and that inspired the American Revolution.
Right on. That's cool. Maybe I'll change the meaning for that song.
Maybe the spirit of one of those 15th century pirates went in your body.
Yeah, one of those seamen are inside of me.
I think that's the simplest explanation. You were channeling a pirate.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. You got any questions for us before we wrap up?
Oh. Not so much a question, but
Sure.
we're very grateful.
Oh, back at you.
For you guys bringing us out here. You guys both awesome. You have a great setup, and we felt really comfortable the whole way.
Totally.
And I hope this whole thing blossoms nicely for you guys.
Yeah, same.
Thank you, Ben Squared.
Yeah, baby.
All right, well, we'll
guys.
see you guys at Gusapalooza.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Peace.
Peace.
Thank you very much, guys.